So Trump has racked up some wins in the 6 months almost that he's been in office. You got the border. That was a tremendous achievement right from the start. The Trump administration shut that thing down, saving the American public billions of dollars in lives. Extraordinary achievement. 2, big bill. I don't know whether the big bill in the long run is going to be good for us, but I know it stopped a recession. We're not going to have a recession. That's good. Iran, diminished, chaotic. Pretty good. Tariffs, no idea. I don't even report on them because every day it changes. I don't know whether that's going to work out or not. President Trump believes it will, fervently believes it. We'll know in December. Okay, so the successes have been piling up. And the hate Trump brigades are getting angrier and angrier and angrier. There's nothing you can do about the media that hates Trump. Although Trump himself, the president himself, has punished them in dramatic ways. They have settled cases, people have been fired. So the president himself is winning that battle right now. But you can't tell the hate Trump media to stop it for 2 reasons: constitutional, and they make money hating Trump. That's the only thing that NBC has. They don't have anything. If Trump went off the stage tomorrow, what would they even talk about these people? They had nothing. And on the converse, Fox News would take a huge hit because it has built its audience around MAGA and supporting Donald Trump. But now we get into politics, and here is where things have to get under control. So one of the worst, and I mean that literally, is Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut. Irish guy. I don't think in the Northeast, where I live, my sister lives in Connecticut, I have seen a more hateful individual than Murphy, ever. So he goes after Trump no matter what it is. The latest is the Guadalupe River disaster in Texas. Go.
The fact of the matter is, it's possible that Donald Trump's policies had something to do with the level of death and destruction in Texas. This was an exceptional weather event. There's no question there were going to be deaths, but did there have to be as many as there were?
Trump had nothing to do with it, couldn't have mitigated it. We've proven that over and over. The Weather Service has reported it's hour by hour. That guy, just imagine this. In your life, you're in your house, okay? And somebody down the street, a little kid, gets run over and killed by a car. And then the parents of the little child who's dead blame you because your shrubs were too high or something like that. That's what we're dealing with here. I want to bring it down to a very personal level. Now, Murphy, it's just stunning to me how one person in Connecticut could vote for him is inexplicable. Here's what I said on News Nation last night. We have seen this kind of hatred on the left before, and it happened during the Vietnam War, that you had a radical element in the Democratic Party that was supporting the Black Panthers, for example, that were calling for murder. You had Jane Fonda sitting on an anti-aircraft gun in North Vietnam while the war was going on. Mm-hmm. That's about as extreme as you get. So this has happened before. But I don't believe that most Democrats buy into this at all. I fervently believe that most Democrats are not on the level of Murphy. But you have to prove it to me. So Schumer, sorry, okay, he has to tell the ethics folks in the Senate, we got to have a hearing on this. But he'll never do it, ever in a million years. Because the cowardness that is on display, cowardliness, on Capitol Hill is stunning. It's stunning. And it cuts both ways. So you remember during the bombing operation in Iran, okay, during it, on June 21st, that a Democrat congressperson named Sean Casten said this, quote, "This is not about the merits of Iran's nuclear program. No president has the authority to bomb another country that does not pose an imminent threat to the U.S. without the approval of Congress. This is an unambiguous, impeachable offense." During the operation, when U.S. pilots were in the air, this clown, Casten, was calling for impeachment of the commander-in-chief. So I said, okay, let's get him in front of the House Ethics Committee. The head of that committee is Congressman Michael Guest from Mississippi. Okay? Throw his picture on up there. We called him, very respectful and polite. He said to us pretty much, F you. That's what this guy said. This is a Republican. He doesn't want to get his hands dirty with any ethics stuff. But that's the only way this stops, or at least mitigates. So if the leaders of the House and the Senate send a message to their colleagues, if you are going to be irresponsible and attack the office of the presidency, as Casten's did, or accuse a sitting president of murder, like Murphy did, we're going to sanction you. Does that make sense to everybody? You'd start to do that in the Senate and the House. This will come way down. But again, it'll still be with us because the press is always going to do it. And I recently gave an interview, and the person was a little naive who was interviewing me, and I'm saying, look, this is all about money. Don't you get it? The more hatred you ratchet up, particularly on social media, the more attention you get. And the more people will come in, you could sell ads or whatever. And on the network and cable networks, that's what they got. When was the last time you saw a good investigative report on television news? They don't exist. Hate, 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 hate. Finally, you know the network is hateful when they don't bring in any sane guests. So the guests are all haters themselves. Like MSNBC, it's the biggest haters you could possibly find in the country. And they give them a forum. And I'm doing my YouTube analysis, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly, and I'm going to name the woman who's doing this. And it's just stunning to me. And then it goes, oh, no, we didn't do it. So-and-so did it. And you're going, well, you booked them and you knew what they were going to say. So the combination of political irresponsibility and a corrupt media has led to the hateful situation we all find ourselves in the United States of America. And that is the memo. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on X. Look for @Bill O'Reilly.